Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today on a very brief, what we like to call entertainment market ride, starting at the beaches and going west to east. There's actually no out of home in the beach cities because it's a zone. The best way to target the beaches would really be our bus/transit media. When you get to an area called the Pacific Palisades, this is an area, a very upscale, wealthy neighborhood nestled in between Santa Monica and Malibu. A lot of actors, producers, directors live in the Palisades, and many people try to target them, but the options are limited. There's the Palisades Village, which is a Caruso property, beautiful outdoor property that has very high-end retail, dining, and a movie theater. And this would pretty much be the only way you could reach this very desirable audience that most people want to get to. There are digital signs in this property, large format, as well as live boards. As you cruise through the mid-city area, that would be what we would consider Venice, Culver City, Playa Vista. There's a lot of offices that have their headquarters here, such as HBO, Google, Facebook, Sony Pictures has their studios here, as well as Amazon. And the media throughout here is transit shelters, bulletins, posters, premiere panels. No digital, but lots of options. Hip, trendy, great restaurants. A lot of entertainment firms you'll see around this area, or just entertainment clients in general that advertise here. Then as you keep moving east, you will go through Santa Monica, Brentwood, Westwood, where UCLA is. In those areas, same media, bulletins, posters, premiere panels, shelters, and of course buses go through everything. And then once you get to Century City, there's bulletins and some posters. It's limited, and there's also shelters and of course buses again, build out shelters where you can do really, really cool, very creative executions on those shelters. As you cruise up La Cienega, and you have the Hollywood Hills as your backdrop. You get to the Sunset Strip, which there's a saying that goes in the entertainment world, if you're an actor, you haven't made it unless you have a sign on the Sunset Strip or in Times Square. This is an area that is surrounded by cool, funky hotels, rooftop bars, restaurants, nightclubs, and the famous, whiskey bars here, and the Roxy. The signs here are basically large wallscapes, bulletins, limited digital for now. Very, very high profile. It's where every entertainment client wants to be, and if you drive down that, you'll see it. It's primarily entertainment and fashion that buy the strip, or a lot of it, I should say. Then if you continue to go further east, you get to Hollywood. There's no media in the Hollywood Hills at all. It's all residential, so the only way to target anyone that's living up in the Hollywood Hills or Hollywood in general is to, as they come down the hill, into Hollywood. Hollywood is home to Hollywood and Highland, the famous Hollywood Boulevard where everybody puts their handprints, the Grauman's Chinese Theater, that's where they have the Oscars, and there's plenty of media opportunities in Hollywood as well. Bus media, shelters, posters, premiere panels, bulletins, some digital. And in Hollywood, it's really been built up over the past 10 years. It is, you should not be an area you'd want to be in, but now it is amazing restaurants, hotels, rooftop bars, clubs, lots of residential has gone up too. Tall, skyscraper, high buildings that overlook the city in downtown LA. A lot of young, hip, trendy people are moving to Hollywood, and a great place that you'd probably want to advertise in. So hope this helps, and can't wait to see you when you come to LA.